Ooh, by the right of the council, by the will of the force, welcome back into another and a very first, I think, live episode of the galaxy famous, Halcyon approved Jedi Talk podcast. And we could blow your ears out right now because I can still play our theme music. I don't know how loud it is, how you can hear me, but let's let it go, let the evil riff.
See, I don't know. I'm not hearing that at all. So
You're not? Oh,
No.
wow.
I hear it just fine, and then it stopped,
Okay.
and it started over, and then it stopped.
Okay, there we go. Oh, it is just wild over there. I'm hitting stuff.
I'm trying to make me go deaf.
This is. I think I'm gonna lay off of that for right now and not mess with it, and just worry about having a solid show here. So this is something different Jedi Talk has never done. By the way, I am Tom Oker. Thank you for joining us. If you're listening to this after the live show, if you're about to join us now, wherever you may be, and I tossed it up on the socials on at Jedi Talk Podcast on Instagram,
And he
not on YouTube.com/Jedi Talk, but search us on Facebook, Jedi Talk Podcast. Joining me as always, he's the middle square. What I'm looking here, he's slipping and falling because he's breaking his shit in ABC. Brad Hughes. Brad, how the hell are you today?
When I fell, it was Total Wine, not ABC, and that is a true story. And I hurt my knee, so I'm good.
You hurt your knee, you poor
I
little,
hurt my knee.
poor little knee.
I hurt my knee, and the fall was so severe. So like, here's me walking through, right? I'm walking through, and then I hit like a patch, and my leg went yeet, and I like did a split like that, and it was so aggressive. My hand was still holding the bottle. It was a bottle of Peerless Double Oaked, and
Good
my
alcohol,
hand
yeah.
was holding it, and I slid, and I fell so far down. I was trying to hold it up so I didn't drop it. And
Yikes.
I fell so hard that the bottom of it hit the ground. It didn't break. Shout out to Peerless, but it didn't break. But it was scary. That's it.
Shout out. Yeah,
That's
shout out.
it was a bad fall, guys. If someone that works at Total Wine Millennia can find that footage and send it to us, please, that'd be fantastic.
Please.
It's
This
out
would
there.
be on a loop. This would be on a loop. We would still watch Brad Hughes falling over and over and over again. They would get views. They've never seen views like this, Brad.
They've never seen views. It's the most views. I bet I could get it. I know a guy that works there.
They get it. Why haven't
do
you
my
done
best.
this yet?
I'll do my best.
Why haven't you done
I
this
didn't
yet?
think about it, but yeah, I'm definitely
Jesus
there
Christ.
busting my ass.
Good. Well, the other man who joined us this evening, he was battling Google the Chrome. Evan T. Boucher, the mayor of the Halcyon. Evan, how the hell are you today? Good to see that you're alive, by the way. You made it out of Indiana. So
Yeah, Adiga and good journey. There's a lot, but two things that are really important for Brad. Did you sue them? Off a fall like that and get millions?
If this wasn't live, I have a joke.
Okay. That's my first
Thank
question.
you.
I gotta be good.
Thank you for calling yourself out on that, Brad, because while we can edit the post product, we can't edit what stays on the internet forever. So you've
Right.
got to be on your best behavior.
And my second question for Brad: when you fall and you hurt a knee, was it that knee or Disney?
It was Disney.
Ah, okay.
And that
You
it didn't hurt as
stupid
bad as
son
that
of a
joke hurt.
bitch.
I had to.
I'm excited to see you guys. I feel like we're doing like a COVID episode or something.
Right.
Everybody's at home.
This is
Yeah,
not a COVID episode.
Tom and I
This
just
is really
traveled
more
out of
like
state, and now we're back in state, and we're still going like this. But that's because I had some weird sickness yesterday, so it's
It
weird.
happens.
But dude, going to Indiana is like going not in like a time machine, but it's like going to a land where everything is half price. Like I went and got drinks and food and ice cream all in one night out for Taylor and I, and it cost literally half what it cost here in Orlando to do that. I'm
Hey,
like,
dude, you said Orlando price and you're like, oh, everything's cheap. Everyone around you's like, this isn't cheap. You're like, yes, it is.
yes, it is.
What is-
I got alcoholic drinks. They had alcohol in them. They did. I'm not lying. I bought it at the bar. They had to see my ID. I read the ingredients. They had alcohol for $8. The same drink here costs $16 to $20. So I don't know.
Of course it does. It's the
Man.
theme park mecca of America. It's
Theme park,
supply
bro.
and
Yep,
demand.
Yep.
It's
People are
just-
here. They're going to check those
After
prices.
You're
seeing
going
that,
to-
I'm strongly considering going back to the Midwest because yikes.
You're going to corn-only USA.
Hey, let's be real. You get what you pay for.
It's the same. It tasted like all the drinks down here, man.
Yes, but then you're going to be up there going, why did I move to Indiana when I miss Disney? I miss the parks. I miss Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, that's true. Midwest, either way, but yeah, either way. And
I
also
wanna
up
say-
there
You
too,
really want to save up to go down the street to Disney's Hollywood Studios? You want to save up and do that? Like once every 3 years? That's what you want to do?
kind of have to. But
Oh,
going
look
up
at
there
this.
too with like being in a bubble.
Is this breaking
Spicy.
news? Is this breaking news?
Spicy on Jedi Talk. Hi, Mary, by the way. Good journey, Mary.
But
I
in the
saw
chat.
that. Hey, Mary, how's
Yeah.
it going?
yeah. But also too, like it's weird going up there because people aren't in like the nerd culture bubble as much up there. They're like, oh, after this trip to Indiana, what's your next big trip? And I'm like, oh, we're thinking about going to Tokyo. And they're like, oh, why? What's Tokyo? And I go, oh, it's Celebration. They're like, cool, what's that? I'm like, Star Wars Celebration. They're like, cool, what's that? I'm like, what? But it's a nerd bubble we're in down here, and up there people don't know what we're talking about.
100%.
You're
I
really
remember,
going to move out of Orlando, Evan T. Boucher?
Huh?
You're really going to move out of Orlando?
No, but if they keep taking away everything I love, I will. I'm down to basically Galaxy's Edge at this point.
Ah, they haven't taken
And
away
that
Dino
made
Land yet,
Tom
but
go.
there's going to be some special. No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm back. Okay. They don't be fucking with me, Cosentino. I swear to God, it's him.
is he in this? Is he in the call?
No, he's not. But I just assume
Oh.
every time I have a Wi-Fi issue, it's his ass. So,
It's the spirit of Kyle.
the spirit
So,
of Kyle. Indeed.
Hey, Tom, when you see those comments come through, read them because I just saw someone commented and all I saw was Joe and then the word you.
Yeah.
That was Joe Larpy. He said you speak a different language, and then he did the smiley wink with the tongue out.
Yeah, it's true. I remember when I was I had just bought my my Rebel jacket, that orange jacket that I wore on the opening day of Rise, Evan.
Yeah.
I had just bought that, and I brought it up with me to North Carolina, and I wore it out to a bar because that's like normal here. Like you you wouldn't even think twice about it because you're in Orlando. Everyone knows Disney. Everyone knows Star Wars. Blah blah. Blah. I got there. A guy asked me if I worked in waste management. And I'm not kidding.
Wow.
He's like, "So you work for the city?" I was like, "No."
No.
What are you talking about? Like, I'm not even from here. I was like, "No, this is a Star Wars jacket." And he's like, "Oh."
Wow. It's so
I
funny.
was like, it's wild how different the bubble is.
So I'm drinking Black and Batch 141. What you got tonight, Brad?
I am sipping on quite a few different things, but right now I'm drinking Big House, which is from Sazerac. I believe this is made at Buffalo Trace. It's not great, but it mixes well with Coke and it's cheap, so that's why I'm mixing it with Coke. Just having a few tonight, trying
There
to
you go.
relax and chill. This week has been hell. I'm ready for it to be over. Tomorrow's Friday. I almost drank out of that exact glass you're drinking out of, Tom, but I chose not to.
But the
Yeah.
week might have been
I
hell,
didn't need
but
any
you got the
questions.
awesome light set up now. Your shelves look amazing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I really dig it. I'm not showing off on the live stream here. I really like these. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it, and then we'll get
Gotta
into some
show 'em.
Star Wars talk.
You got to show them off because
really-
that's what I want all of my shelves to look like that aren't bourbon, but still.
Looks good. I think it looks really good. I'm
Yeah.
a fan of it.
You gonna pull your different Kylo Ren dildos up there?
I would hide them behind the bourbon, but yes.
All right.
All right, let's get into
I
some
warned
Star Wars
people
talk,
this was-
fellas.
Well,
I'm drinking
he,
a mix of Pedialyte to recover from my sickness.
Oh, bro, I'm sorry you're still not feeling great.
Evan
Pedialyte?
went from 101 pounds to like 97 overnight. So
I wish that worked like that. Jeez.
If you ate like 3% Taco Bell, you'd be 3% Taco Bell.
Yeah.
what?
If he weighs 97 pounds, he ate
Oh.
3 pounds of Taco Bell, he'd be 3% Taco Bell.
Oh, yes, you will. Okay, I understand that. I understood that reference.
Life
And
goals.
then 2 hours later, when he's on the toilet, he'd be
And
3%
he's
less
back to 96
Taco Bell
actually
again. Yeah,
loses weight. He's down to 96
yeah,
pounds.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Montezuma's revenge. Evan mentioned we can segue right into that. We really have no, like priority. We'll talk Bad Batch, but Evan mentioned Celebration. Talk about going to Tokyo. Tickets are going on sale May 2nd. I saw the Master, the VIP, the Master Jedi's about $1,000, gentlemen. What are you thinking about that?
Yeah.
Or are you going to go with the 4-day pass?
Man,
Oh.
I'm genuinely considering it. just because this will be my fourth celebration, which is crazy to think about. And I just know how much time you spend in line. It's overnights to get into one. You kind of have to pick a panel a day,
Sure.
even with the media badge, because some people will let you in, some people won't. Like there's no consistency with that. So it's tempting. Just and the only like if it wasn't in Tokyo where I've never been before and probably will go once in my life, not
Right.
probably, maybe you never know. It's not like it's down
Sure.
the street. I would consider not doing it and just doing the 4 day, but I'm considering it just because I know how much you wait in line. And the fact that you could walk up to any panel you want to get in and you have reserved seating in the front of those panels is fucking worth it. I know it's a lot of money. I understand. But I've done this. This will be my fourth time. And I'm telling you, as somebody who has I spent 7 hours my first day in California last celebration to get a fucking t-shirt with the Jedi talk with the Jedi pass. You don't have to do any of that. You walk right in, you grab what you want, you're done. There is value there, even though it's really expensive, but there is value there. I'm telling
I'm going to try to do it. If I can swing it, it's a lot of money, but I'll try. By the way,
it's not cheap, and I totally understand it. But
by the way, Joe said time to mount shelves to the ceiling for extra storage. By the way,
Yeah,
so
right.
that was the original plan of this, by the way. But this is a rental, and they said anything you add to the space has to stay. So I didn't. My plan initially was to have these wooden planks back here along this wall, and when they found out that if I did that, they would have to stay here, I was like, that's not happening. So I just kind of adjusted my plan, and when I buy, that's what I'm going to do.
I have a great idea. When you leave, you should put it back to normal, but paint a mural of Evan naked for a prank. So when the next owner walks in, it's naked Evan.
He's way ahead of you. You've got that already. He's way ahead of you.
Just a stick figure with a wiener this big.
Captain said Evan and Brad are killing my neck.
Well, does that mean we need to turn sideways? Are we not?
Oh, are you guys? I'm seeing you normally. Are you guys on the
If I
side?
do this, does this help? I just turned my
Does
whole.
that help your viewing audience?
Does that help?
Captain, can you let us know? Is that? I don't know which captain it is. All I see is captain. So
Marie
captain.
Passant. She's Christine.
That's worse.
Oh, that's worse.
Now Evan is on his head.
What if I do this?
Now Evan is sideways. This is wild.
So what if I do this?
Upside down Evan.
That's worse. Oh,
Perfect. Someone said perfect.
I just
Captain
rotated
Lee
it
Fassant said,
completely all the way around.
Okay,
So
so
we're
let's do
watching
the
Evan in
same.
the
Let's do
drive.
the same thing with me here. No, shit! I hit the wrong thing.
First time we're trying this, ladies and gentlemen. Somehow
Yes,
Tom got
I'm
it
glad
right. I
someone
just want to
said
put it out
something.
there that Tom got it right. Okay?
Tom started this. He probably is the
Yeah.
reason this is all fucked up.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
not.
the first time we've done it through this setup here. We did try a couple years ago to do something through Austin, and today's his birthday,
We
by the way.
did. Jedi. Oh shit! No, is it really? I gotta text him. I
So
need to text
happy
him.
birthday,
Jedi
Austin.
Night Live was
Let
the
me be the
realness.
first person to wish Austin Boucher a good hearty fuck you.
Keep going, Brett. Oh God. Okay. What about now? Did you say fuck you on his birthday?
Yes.
High five for Tom.
Alright.
Keep going, Brad. Okay, so
Alright, I'm gonna. This
is
is
Brad fixed yet?
my phone. My phone is actually upside down right now.
I know I had to do mine a complete flip around.
Brad lost audio and Brad lost video. The hell? At least it wasn't me.
Dang,
But he's there. I think he's
trying.
trying to. Oh, he's back. He's back. He's 69ing with something.
There we go.
What?
So Jedi Night Live lives on through this new Jedi Talk in a Washer version. Is Brad fixed? Is he good?
Joe
Nope.
just sent us a picture of what you guys looked like.
Nice.
So Evan's fixed, but Brad is not. So Brad's going to figure that out. Evan, you were shaking your head about the tickets for celebration. So you're going to stick with the 4-dayers?
I'm gonna have to because Brad's kind of back.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now, Evan, Evan, you're a little bit different now. So, Brad,
Okay, so
Whoever started this makes me angry.
all right, how are we at now? I see. Hold on, I see 3 people. What the hell, Brad's like upside down.
Someone said I was upside down, and now I tried it. Is that better? Fuck what we see. It's what they see.
yeah, I
I
don't care
know,
what
I
we
know.
think.
It's not the Taco Bell. I'm having to read shit upside down now. Can someone tell me if I'm upside down or not?
I can't. I'm
We
just
can't
chilling.
tell. Ourselves,
Joe,
we can't
Aaron,
tell.
or Captain, can you please tell us what we looked like?
Nobody
All right, I
move.
just got text
Nobody
from
move. We're
Christine.
good. Oh, never
Brad
mind.
upside down.
Brad's upside down. Now I'm sideways.
Brad,
What?
How
Brad,
am I upside down when I went the opposite way of the last upside down?
Brad, go normal. Evan, go normal too.
I don't know what normal means.
Like position your phone like normal.
Okay, it's just vertical, straight up and down. And this is why
All
we
right.
never go live.
This is kind of fun.
I like it.
All right.
That's-
Shut
that's
the fuck
something.
up, Brad. Aaron,
I
how
said
does
I
Evan
like it.
look?
It's the comedy hour, yeah. Watch
It's always
three
the
idiots try to do a live
Hold
podcast.
on, let me make sure it gets a little bit better here. So how does Evan look?
Aside from ugly.
Oh,
You're
we already
beautiful.
knew that.
Don't talk about yourself like that. That's the dichotomy of Jedi talk. You have enough to be
Evan's
nice
normal.
or rude.
Finally, God,
What
that's the
about
first
me?
time
Brad is
Brad
sideways.
Brad, put your phone like normal. Like put it
All right,
vertically.
left or right? This is my left. This is my right. Which way
Go to your right.
go right?
Go to your right.
Go to my right. Okay,
Yeah.
my right.
Go the other way. Go the other way.
Bitch.
There we go.
Wait.
We
Did
got
get it?
Shut up. Don't move. If you move, I'll fucking kick you in the taint.
I think we did it.
Sounds like a good night.
Kicking you in the taint. Hey,
Yes.
You got to pay extra
Joe, are
for
we
that.
good? He said, "There we go, guys. Guys, we did it.
Are we
He's
good?
ready, doctor.
Why did
Doctor.
we did it. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Oh shit, we did it, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
Took long enough.
Don't you two fucking move.
Why does my jacket match the wall? I
Hand
hate
check.
this.
Right here, hand
I
check.
blend in. I'll blend in.
I was getting text. From some people on the chat about how bad we look. That was spectacular, everybody. Thank you. Mazel tov. Everybody
Thanks
toast.
for bearing
If you're
with us to the
drinking
bare end.
or if it's water, everybody cheers to Jedi Talk about
Cheers.
almost
Really
20 minutes
good.
into the fucking show getting it right.
You love to see it. You love to be wrong for 20 minutes and then get
Hey,
it right. All right,
usually
fellas, we
we're
got some Star Wars shit to talk about.
usually we're wrong for an hour, so to be wrong for 20 minutes is fine.
I'll take it. It's a win. It's a win in my book. I cracked the Coke open because I'm following Tom's lead here with the blackened and Coke. You know what? I might actually.
What? You wanted to talk Star Wars in your Tabuite indeed, Aaron.
I might
Oh, which
blackened-
badge?
This is blackened cash strength batch 132. This is what we opened with Lebeth, my friends. This is the same bottle. This is the ABC store pick. I'm gonna
You
have
and
to crack
Lebeth
that
got
open.
nice and tipsy off of that bottle.
We
You
did.
can go
That
check
was-
that video
was-
out on our YouTube.
That was one of my favorite videos we've ever done.
That was fun. And
Good time.
huge shout out to Aaron and Joe who are in our chat right now. They are doing every single drink
we-
of that top 10 Ogas. Let's talk
We
about that.
have to talk about this, dude. This
Yes.
is blowing my fucking mind.
But
When I
what we
saw
do
that
is-
they were doing this, I was like, "Holy shit, they did it!"
What we do is when they're officially finally done, we have them on the show and talk about how they did it.
And to rank
Done.
them, what's the best?
Rank them.
Yeah.
Yes. You have to
And
rank 'em.
also, Christine just shot me a picture message of us all looking stupid. So thank you, Christine.
Hell yeah!
Should make it our
Put on
cover
the Jedi
photo.
Talk Instagram.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I
That's the
will.
new logo.
You will post that.
Jedi
will.
Talk, just three faces, just all wrong.
Yep.
The tagline will eventually piss you off.
If you're not mad soon, you will be.
Aaron said their livers have been training for years. And you cannot sue me for coming up with these. These were jokes, okay? So
They
we got to
were.
sign a
Yeah,
release?
the cough syrup one had me a little concerned.
Simpsons did it.
The
Simpsons
flaming
did it.
bow. The Simpsons did it. The flaming bow had me a little concerned.
It's true.
All right,
All
how
right,
many out there in the
fellas, let's
chat
get
are
into
going to hold on? How many out there in the chat are going to Celebration next year? Anybody? Anybody going to Tokyo outside of us?
We're gonna go hard. Nope.
We're going to try. Nope, Aaron's not. It's all right. Tokyo is far, from what I've heard. When I look on the maps make it look pretty far.
It's only that because the Earth is flat.
Oh, shut the hell up! Trying to get us canceled.
It's not that bad. Can we shout out you got y'all's 3-year show the other day, by the way, before we get into some Star Wars talk? Congratulations
Go for it.
on 3 years for
Thanks.
Colorbox.
Thanks.
That's awesome. I really hope that Kyle steps away soon. But outside of that, what a great show.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a fun time at
Travis
Just
is
Freaking
fucking
Wrestling.
hilarious.
I know. Travis is good times. We got to get him on Jedi Talk. He hates Star Wars, but our
He
audience
hates
can
Star
tear
Wars,
his
but he
ass
likes
to
the
shreds.
Fast and the Furious, which is just I mean, it says a lot about who he is as a person. So I guess that's fair.
Joe said, "Nope, the Star Cruiser took all our money." You know, it was
fair.
funny. Somebody who was a member of the cause reached out to me the other day and said, "I just saw something online that said the Star Cruiser was coming back," and I said, "What? No." And he copy and pasted the link, and then I searched the same thing, and lo and behold, Brad, that former website that you worked for, clickbaity article about Halcyon. I don't know if you guys ever saw this.
No.
Saying
Inside the Magic did a
yep.
No, really?
It clickbaited the shit out of it. I hadn't seen it until now. They posted it in January, and
You know what the fucking weirdest thing about that whole experience was? Think about the hubris of this guy. I'm not going to say his name, Kurt. He fired Disney Dan, Defunct Land, and me. We were all making original content for them, and they fired us because over a fucking thumbnail and title.
the magic of the Halcyon is back.
I
That's sad.
sided with Disney Dan and Defunctland, and that was it. I didn't even. I found out that I got fired by not being able to access the group chat on Facebook. He never even told me I was officially fired.
Wild. Well,
you know what my biggest article I ever wrote on Inside the Magic was?
how to get your bang or buck bangs worth at the Golden Horseshoe.
No, close. Okay. It was the Moana fountain announcement.
Oh,
the Moana thing. That was So, fuck Inside the Magic. How about that?
it's an official stance.
Could you imagine firing Defunctland over a thumbnail? A guy who gets 40 times what you get on views. It's so crazy. You had it in the palm of your hand. Inside the Magic was going to go back to being great, and we had so many cool ideas, and they just completely.
Let's get Brad off of this topic because we're live, Evan. So, do you want to talk about the Bad Batch?
I do not. There is nothing they can do. There is nothing they can do. They did this. It is on them, and these are all facts.
They're going to refire him. That's what they're going to do.
So what are they going to do?
Just
ban me
shame
from
on
looking at their website?
shame on the hardcore clickbait stuff. So, but ultimately, we're going to get
He used
Aaron
to
and Joe
hate
on when they're done.
He used to hate clickbait, and now that's all he does.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Batch episode was at 9 today released, and
Yes.
spoiler alert to the people out there, but we watched it, and we got a decent amount of people out there. Say hi if you're out there in the chat. I see those numbers.
Hello.
So Bad Batch, what did you guys think? Spoiler, it's coming because she's here. She's finally arrived. The one from Dark Disciple from the trailer has arrived.
I see Courtney's watching. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Hello, Courtney.
Oh, hi, babe.
Joe's only in season 1 of Bad Batch. Well, Joe, you're going to have to mute us for 10 minutes.
I would put the phone down and walk away for a little bit. I think that's probably the best.
Dang.
Sucks to be
right.
me. Well,
Who wants to go through this first?
Well, she was in the trailers. So, Joe, if you've seen the trailer for this season, you know that she's in it. So, but the spoiler for today's episode was Asajj Ventress is in this episode. And they don't really do anything with her. So, yeah,
yes,
she's
they
there.
do. Yes, they do.
Hey, What are you talking about? She's in the whole
What do you mean
episode.
they don't? Yeah, what do you mean they don't do anything with her? She basically was like
Where's
trying
the
to make.
Wikipedia
There's Bex. Uh,
Hey,
trying to make like like Omega the Padawan. Trying to figure out the whole M count thing. What do you mean they didn't do
I
anything with
mean,
her? I don't understand.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
don't get what you mean by that.
I guess in universe and those characters, they don't know Omega's not force sensitive, but we all know she's not force sensitive. So for us, it's a waste of time. But the characters don't know that, so
How
Yeah.
do you know she's not force sensitive? I think she's
because that
bi.
would just be lazy writing to have another force sensitive character. Like it's just like do something creative and new, and they are. She isn't that. She's an awesome new original unique character. So if they were just like, never mind, she's a Jedi too, it would have been like, really? We're doing this again?
There's a distinction between Jedi and force sensitive. Just
Okay,
because you're
true.
force sensitive, especially in this era, does not mean that you're going to be a Jedi. It
True.
can mean that
But
you can use the force to your advantage in the fight. She can do like what Asajj did, where she pulled the guns for everybody. Like there's things you can do with being force sensitive that doesn't make you a Jedi. I
right.
think she's full of shit. I think that is exactly why the Empire is hunting them, and I think she is 100% force sensitive.
She didn't
Joe
disclose
says-
anything that says she is.
Here's the it takes time. You don't just do it the first try, unless you're Luke Skywalker, which no one wants to talk about.
Hey, we've been screaming that forever here. Okay,
I know.
go back and listen to those old episodes.
Yeah. So here is I think I saw someone say my name. I didn't know what they said. But here's what I didn't like about the episode. I thought the episode was great. This was my favorite episode of the show, of the season so far. Not the show, of the season so far. Evan had the exact opposite opinion of me. We talked about it for like 3 seconds before we got called an idiot in the group chat by Tom.
I called you a kumquat. Get that right.
That's right. That's right. Called me a kumquat, and that's fine and fair and valid. But I think this was the coolest episode. I think she's absolutely force sensitive. The only thing I didn't like, and this is what I alluded to in the group chat earlier, they made her whiny for some reason and like lazy. She's like, I don't want to go do this thing right here. Terrible accent. But that, to me, that's not Omega. Omega's always like, we gotta try, we gotta fight, and then she's like, I gotta go on a boat. I don't want to do that. Like I didn't like how whiny they made her in this episode.
Interesting. Okay,
Jedi are whiny. Look at Anakin. Look at Luke.
they
I
are.
was going to make that
But
same
maybe-
joke. I was like, well, she's force sensitive, so she's got to be.
But
Maybe-
am I wrong on that? Am I off? Like they've never made her whiny before.
I mean, I didn't really see it too much, but it was there, I guess. Yeah. But
It didn't ruin it for me. It
No.
stood out to me as like when I think of Omega, I think that she's like a fighter. She's someone who brought Crosshair back. Like
Yeah.
she's not this whiny victim like wuss.
and
She's
they
a
even bring
fighter.
that up in this episode. They're like, she's like, I still believe in Ventress because I believed in you, Crosshair. So it's like they're still keeping that around. And obviously, yeah, she's right about that.
But they just made it so whiny. I hated it. I thought it was really bad writing.
Well, did you see? Well, one of the things that caught me the most, I like this episode. I think
Me too.
Evan, out of the three of
My favorite
us,
of the season.
dislikes it the most. Probably wasn't a terrible episode to him. I don't know if it's my favorite of the season yet. This whole season has been fantastic overall. I would say the biggest question for me and what I believe the voice actress of Asajj Ventress said today, or runners of the show said that we were going to find out how Asajj Ventress came back, because remember we speculated forever ago that that
like a
this was going to be a
flashback
flashback,
kind of.
but
Yeah.
this forced me to go look at her canon death, and that was set up for her to come back. She's a Night Sister, for God's sake, and it was done on Dathomir.
Well, no, it
So-
turns out she's a cat. She says she has more lives, so she has 9 lives. She's a cat.
No, it's a whole lot about the cat thing. I perceive that she's just a witch. Like we saw Marin raise her dead sisters in Fallen Order. Like
Right.
there's got to be, and we
Ventress
saw
looked
shit in
nothing
Ahsoka
like
too.
them. Yeah, Ventress didn't look anything like them, so it's got to be a new
I wanna
form
go-
that we don't know about.
I want to go back and make sure we're keeping up with the comments too. Joe said, "What if they're going all the Last Jedi and everyone is Force sensitive?"
Which they were. I love that part. That little 5-minute conversation Ventress had when she's like, midichlorians are in everybody, some just have more than others. That stuff was great.
Yeah.
Did
For
I
sure.
put in our group chat that this was a 28-minute version of The Last Jedi, or did I erase that? When you
I
said
did
not
not
to
see
talk
that.
about
You
it.
erased
Okay.
that.
No, yeah, you
So I
must have
erased it. 'Cause that's what I was going to say when Tom was like, save it for the show. I literally had typed out, this was a 28-minute episode of Luke and Rey from The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
It's true.
it even had 3 tests and
Mm-hmm.
water.
Yep.
It even had water.
They even had the water. I didn't like the little like creature that popped out of the ocean. I thought it was kind of. I didn't like the design of it. It looked weird to me. It looked like
It looked like
something
a
from
sarlacc.
Moana. It looked like Moana.
It looked
like
like
part-
Moana. Moana came out of the water.
Sarlacc.
Yeah. Oh, it was like tentacruel
Yeah,
sarlacc.
it looked
Yeah,
like
that's exactly
tentacles.
what it
Yeah.
was. I like this. I like this episode a lot. I'm so curious. How many episodes are there? Are there 18? Are we halfway through?
It ends in like the beginning of May.
I can't remember. I think
There's
next week
6
is a
episodes
two-parter.
left, I think.
So
Yeah, next week is 2.
17? Oh, is it really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me look
Oh,
it up.
excuse me.
And then Beck said, I think Brad is right about the Omega being force sensitive. And then Aaron said Ahsoka started out a little annoying in the Clone Wars, and she got awesome. Which, yep, that's pretty famous,
100%
famously
true.
documented. Yep.
100% true.
Ahsoka
I
Chano
think it would
agrees.
be interesting if she was force sensitive, because then you go like, okay, so did she know that she was? And if so, if she knew she was force sensitive, where'd she go and why?
Right.
If she's not, it's like, yeah, she's with the Bad Batch. Cool, all right. But where do they go? Like, we don't even know where they go. But I think it's interesting. I don't think it's necessary. I don't know. It's tough because it's like, is it the most interesting thing is it the most interesting thing you could do with the character? Probably not. But I think it's pretty interesting where it's like, we haven't seen anything like this before. You're essentially saying that Boba Fett's sister is force sensitive. That's interesting.
Right. Like, how did that happen? Do you
I
remember that?
like it.
Do you remember that, like, crazy ass theory we had about Omega in the beginning that she was going to be Rey's mother?
Yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of us believed it when we said that, but
You know, there was
100%. And I
for a
still
second
believe it.
I did too. Yeah. I really did too. Joe said maybe the Force makes Boba Jango awesome sauce bounty hunter. Maybe. You never know. Maybe that's how they wield it.
Yeah,
They wield
force
it by
sensitivity
killing
does not mean you're a
fools.
Jedi.
Just be like, boom.
Just means you're
wasted.
sensitive to it. Doesn't mean you're a Jedi.
Yeah.
And then
I misspoke. I shouldn't have just used a generality.
We have the final episode of Bad Batch we're getting this season is on May 1st, so that's coming up. That's a month away.
final
15
episode
episodes
period, right?
total.
It's so there's only, I'm bad at math, 6 more?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
And we're getting 2 next week, so.
So, wow, okay. And this is the last season, right? They're not doing any more after this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Damn.
Correct.
Damn,
Last season of
damn,
Bad
damn.
Batch.
How are they going to wrap this up? How are they going to wrap this up? There's going to be a time jump. I think that's what they're doing 2 episodes. I'm calling it now, time jump.
Time jump for the episodes?
I think time jump, and I think the last part of this season is going to deal with some of the older Bad Batch, like when they're really old, like how
that
they
would be
handle
cool.
it. Because
See what
interesting.
happens. So,
yeah,
but,
that's my
really
that's my
about
prediction.
the only thing left from the trailer that we know is going to happen is Pabu is going to get destroyed. So I think Pabu is probably going to be soon, and then after that, the last few episodes it'd be we don't have a clue what's going to happen because we haven't seen it. But that's like the only thing from the trailer was Pabu getting destroyed. So after that,
Time jump would be interesting. The more I'm sitting here thinking about it, it's kind of an out of left field prediction. I think that actually would be really cool.
Let's see.
Because where do these guys end up? Like, we are so connected to these characters, we don't even know how it ends for them. That would be dope.
Maybe just, Joe said multiple episodes of a time jump or just an epilogue of a time jump. An epilogue would be interesting. Maybe
I
like the
think more
final
episodes.
episode. More episodes
I
would be
think
cool
more episodes.
too.
they could do it kind of like
But-
Rebels. Rebels had like a epilogue type deal. You know, it wasn't
did.
that long and extended, but it could be something like that.
Well, how long did it take that final shot to be shown in live action and for us to
Right.
carry on past it? So, I want to segue here, but I also want to make mention. I don't know if anybody else there on the chat sees the same thing I do. Looks like Brad's being shot for a documentary called Bourbon and Broke, and Evan is on one of those video chats on Love After Lockup. So
Yeah, sure. I
Shout
I,
out to my wife for those
I,
jokes, by the way.
that was Courtney. That's hilarious.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's accurate, actually. Bourbon and vodka. Yeah, it's a real problem buying all these
Yeah,
bottles.
I know. It's called alcoholism.
No, it's not that.
Hey,
I
I
like
don't have any. I don't have any problems. I don't have any vices, Brad. I promise you, I don't have any.
that is a good question. Bex wants to know, what is Tom being shot for then?
Tom's
catch a
Tom's being.
predator.
That
He's in
joke
a
was
toy.
already used on me. I'm not blurred.
He's in a toy
I'm not
room.
blurred.
What do you want?
I'm in a toy room. These are. Let's talk about an expensive. I'm being shot for a. Disney is hiring me to tell them all about lightsabers because they know jack shit. So
That's the only
By
thing
the
they
way,
do know about is lightsabers.
the yellow lightsaber today made me happy. That's my
oh,
favorite.
absolutely. Tom's
So
going to be
I'm just
shot for
going.
mutiny.
Dang.
What mutiny? What am I overthrowing? Well, I know.
We know
Well,
what you're overthrowing. Hey man, don't say that like you don't know what you're talking.
One of
What
these
you gonna be
people in the
overthrowing?
chat. One of these people in the chat are definitely with one of the letter agencies. Just keeping tabs on me.
UPS?
No, there's a
Yeah,
joke there. I'm gonna let it
UPS.
go because we're live. I have
Yeah.
a joke, but I'm letting it go.
Hey, fine.
What a bummer. Sometimes being live sucks.
What was it? Sometimes being live sucks.
Like the first 20 minutes when we didn't know how to orient our cameras.
You didn't know how to orient your cameras, Evan.
I
Me and
also
Brad,
didn't know
okay?
how to
Me and Brad.
orient it. No,
I know, but I was taking a group effort to take down the small lamb, Brad. Okay,
we appreciate you.
caveman mentality. So speaking of really pissed off Evan, so he got real mad this week, Evan, and hashtag trigger warning. But
Always.
the Silver Sea Martini and the Fire Mustafarian are going to Oga's West for Seasons of the Force.
Yeah. I mean,
Go
I
on.
think at this point,
Can I ask you? I want to know why you got so upset when those drinks have been here for 2 years.
I mean, they have been here,
The
but
cups have, the mugs have.
oh yeah, I don't care about the mugs and cups. I have those. I wasn't gonna buy them if they did come here. I was gonna get the drink, but they changed the menus, the ingredients on them a little bit, so not officially exactly Star Cruiser, but still, I didn't get to try the Silver Sea Martini, so it would have been nice to try it, especially because
Was
it is
that
from.
was that one that was on the ship? I don't remember that one being on the ship.
Yep, it's
Yeah,
the one
I tried
everyone
it. It
loved.
was not. Oh, it was actually not one of my favorites.
I didn't
It's a
have it because I don't
martini,
really
so
like
it's
martinis, but I would have tried it.
yeah. Oh, why?
Um, but also, like, that drink is from Chandrilla, where my character is, so it would
Aaron
be awesome to
Aaron
try it.
drank cough syrup mixed with alcohol, and she said she didn't like the Silver Sea Martini. I think we dodged a bullet. We dodged an $18 bullet.
Fair, but gotta try it. And then the Mustafarian was decent. I liked it, so I would definitely love to drink that at Oga's. And then they had a
I
I
still
like.
have my little syrup container actually still
Yeah.
full.
if we got more of those old lava things, that'd be sick.
Those are cool.
And then
Those
there
are
was a
cool.
new drink they announced too that wasn't Star Cruiser, but it's also from Chandrilla. So my character being from Chandrilla would love to have a chance to drink those things, and we have a bar here that's pretty similar to the bar that's out there in Disneyland. So I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the disconnect.
This really doesn't bother me. It's like we
I'm
had
fucking
them.
good.
And it's Disneyland's not going to get it. I mean, the Halcyon is lore. It's canon. It's. But I also understand why people are upset about it because it digs a little bit in the wound of being the Star Cruiser closing. So it's I don't know. I think it's cool for the
It
people
could
out
have
west
been. It
get to
would have
try
been
some of
cool.
these.
It would have been cool to go into Oga's and like cheers you guys at Oga's with the glasses. Like that would have been cool for sure. But
Hey,
I
yeah.
have two of them at home. You know what I mean? Like we can do that at home.
But
I'll
not those
FaceTime
drinks.
you on April 25th when I'm there. So.
You don't think I can make that drink, Evan? It's a
You could,
martini.
and you'd make it better.
Hey, Brad,
Yeah,
did you
you
know
way
this? Did you know this? What Bex just said in our chat? I found out you could get straight Buffalo Trace on the Sublight. I'm still paying off that tab.
Seriously?
I didn't know that.
This is
Oh,
confidential because nobody's listening. We're not live at all. But
well, and
us three
it doesn't
crushed
matter.
a bottle of Buffalo Trace on the ship. We crushed a bottle of Buffalo Trace on the ship, dude. It was so
Yeah.
good. Honestly, dude, like I was I did a video today and I talked a little bit about. So here's why I did a review today of some Widow Jane 15 year that I was sent, and it got me thinking. The only thing I've ever had Widow Jane outside of like a few instances was at the Sublight Lounge because that's the bourbon that they used for their old fashioned. And so I started talking about it, and it got me thinking about the Halcyon. And I was like, the bourbon that makes me think of the Halcyon the most is Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Because we like that was so much fun, like just crushing that bottle with you guys.
That was fun. Yeah.
But to catch up on the comments, Christine, what you said about not liking martinis and then liking it, that could have been me. Like I wanted to try it one day. So, I mean, I don't really like martinis either, but maybe one day I would have, at least that one. But also what you said, how
I can make you a good martini.
Okay, true.
The thing with martinis is there needs to be a little sweetness to it.
Especially for me.
Not a lot, just a little sweetness. I know you like sweet drinks. A little sweetness to it. And like I'm talking like a quarter ounce simple syrup, which doesn't typically go in a martini, but you would like it.
Yep.
It does sweet and salty.
Brad, you made Bex cry talking about the memory of the Buffalo Trace because today is the anniversary of their cruise.
Oh,
So way to go. You made another woman cry. Jesus Christ.
It's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last if you ask Holly.
But also to touch on what Christine said, also like people online were like either A, agreeing with what I was saying, I'm like, how is it not here? But B, if they weren't agreeing, they're like, oh, well, you get a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, they were making it like a either or, and I'm like, I don't want it to be either or. I'm not saying it has to be just here. Why is it not both? Like, there's nothing that says it can only be a one part. So why not both? And it makes
very
no sense.
true. And those are valid concerns, and I agree. But the one thing I trump with is, hey, where are we going on Saturday? To see what? To see who? Like, we've got that.
We're going to see a new character.
We've got that. Yes, we've got that.
For a couple months, because they're taking that away.
What? What are you talking about?
Will you just fucking enjoy something?
I like to enjoy things for a long period of time. I don't like to have everything
what did I miss? What character's coming?
You know about it.
In Dino Land, they have a new
Dinoland, the bar.
character.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know we were talking about that. Okay. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was shared. Yeah.
It
was shared by Matt, right?
Yeah, Matt Pablo put it on his Instagram page.
Okay.
So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
There's going to be some new live entertainment at Dinoland featuring some former Star Cruiser friends of ours. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sandra
Sorry, the vape pen. Sandra
That's what I'm going to call it, because that's what it is.
That's pretty great.
It doesn't make sense either. They see how awesome that is on the Star Cruiser, and then they put it in. They don't ever put it in the parks, but when they do, it's only going to be for a couple months.
Joe's right. This isn't the last time Jedi Talk will disappoint somebody today.
Or
Captain
ever.
said if they're trying to cheap out on the ingredients, they don't know their audience. Check the bar bills from the Halcyon. I agree with that. Because I don't know how they didn't make money hand over fist just from Jedi Talk the 2 times we were there.
Well, I would agree
I don't
with.
know how you didn't make $1 billion when we did the fucking what was it called? The Spirits of Adventure.
Very first. That was you and I, Brad.
You gave us 8 ounces a person. There's no way you didn't make a profit on that. Period.
I was. Aaron said I was salty that
I know what booze costs. Period. You made a profit.
Hey, shut up for a second. Aaron said I was salty that the exclusive glasses were available more than the drinks, and I agree with Captain Mali about changing the ingredients. Yeah, totally. Yeah, they're going to cheap out on it. I completely agree with all that.
Of course
Those ogre drinks are going to be like quick service-y. And
be
no shot at the
mixed.
chemist at Oga's, but it's just
the drinks at Oga's are pre-mixed. The ones on the Star Cruiser were not. So that's the biggest difference.
That's what made them bomb.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should all go to Oga's together. You know what we should do? We should all bring we should bring our glasses of the Mustafarian, whatever. I almost said lava roll. What was it called?
Fiery Mustafarian. Yeah.
And what was the other one? It was
Silver Sea Martini.
What was the name of the drink on the ship?
The glasses came.
It wasn't that drink.
Yeah, the Dagobah Binlet came in the glass.
That one, the gimlet, yes.
Yeah.
We should go and just pour our drinks from Oga's and make eye contact with the server. When they bring us the drinks, just pour them into those glasses. And then we have a good night at Oga's.
I mean,
join
not
the
server's
cause.
Then Tom goes, join the cause.
Join the cause.
What we'd have to do is tag Jeff and Josh and Bob, because it's their fault.
Join the cause. It's so fucking funny. Love it.
What? I enjoy causing civil unrest. What can I say?
Yeah, we know.
Fake civil unrest, FBI and CIA. I did it on Star Wars. Christ. I pay my taxes. I just filed the other day. Disgusting.
I still haven't done that yet. Yikes.
Yeah. You got some
I'm not
time.
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Do I? It's like April 1st, right?
You might as well just go get the prostate exam. It's a little bit easier.
The thing that you told me the other day, I was like, whoa. That's crazy.
So that was a hot button topic this week, obviously, about the drinks. Selfishly, I'm going to be in Disneyland, and of course, there's no fucking appointments or reservations available for Oga's West. I feel like it's so
Really?
much easier to get. Yeah, it's so much easier to get into Oga's here.
Yeah.
Because they don't do anything special here, so there's no point to go.
But I'm going to be. But I'm going to be at the Star Wars night party, so I assume I could walk into Oga's. Nobody's going to be popping. I'll probably walk in, get a fiery Mustafarian, and leave. And if Courtney wants to get the Silver Sea Martini or something, that'll be cool. Lily cannot. Just want to make that clear. So, any last thoughts on those drinks before we move on to our next?
No.
See, Courtney said she'll try the Silver Sea Martini.
Martini.
There we go.
Of course, why not?
Yeah.
Martinis are great if they're made well.
I just don't. I'd be interested to try this one again. I know it won't be original. I just didn't care for it as much as other drinks I had. My favorite was Mark of the Huntress.
My favorite was probably that old fashioned that I had, but I mean that sounds about right. I don't like other spirits other than whiskey. It's just not my thing. I just don't like it.
Beck said
I
Mandalore
actually had
Sling.
some vodka today and I did not like it at all. Hated it.
Really?
Yeah, it's just not my thing. I think if whiskey didn't exist, I probably wouldn't drink.
Big news if true. Big news if
Probably
true.
probably not true. Let's be real.
Probably not true.
I would learn to like tequila.
There you go.
Then you'd be drinking. So if the black and whiskey didn't exist, I'd be drinking the Rock's Termana tequila because I'd be a simp for him. Yeah. The Rock is single-handedly making wrestling great again. Well, not single-handedly. There's a lot of people doing it, but it's fun to watch wrestling.
Hey, which direction can we fuck? Off.
Off is in the direction that you can fuck.
There you go. That's what it is. I said it wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Aaron said, Fiery Mustafarian, but Disneyland doesn't have mezcal in it, it seems. Yeah, I guess that's a key ingredient to
Definitely is for the
original.
smokiness.
Mm-hmm. So, we'll see. I'll be interested if I can get a shot to try it, because I do remember the Fiery Mustafarian very well.
Me too.
That was the first drink I had in the Summit Lounge.
I think me too, dude. I think we both ordered that.
Yeah, and I got the glass, too. Yeah,
Same.
Bought that, ran it right back to the group.
Yep.
All right, the room. So I know originally we were not going to get those Star Tours merch here at Walt Disney World. Hey, Joe said Fire was the first for him as well. It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we're getting that Star Tours merch here. So
Same for Aaron. Jesus.
that jacket looks badass. This Star
I
Tours
love that
jacket.
jacket.
I do too.
So cool.
That was great news when I saw we were actually getting something for once. Like, hey, 1 out of 100 times we do get something. So I will celebrate when we do.
Well, let's not pretend that's not because we're not getting all those new sequences and the hype is going to be around that.
Simply remember Cosmic Rewind. Exist, you piece of shit hole.
Yeah, it
That
is.
one
You're
comes
right.
from Evan's like,
is.
it does exist.
Yeah.
You and me, Tom, were like, it exists and it's great. Evan's like, it exists and I'm drinking Pedialyte.
The only thing that I will ever accept about multiverses, if they're true, I'll celebrate it so I can go to live in the universe where that ride didn't go to Epcot. If they do
Jesus
exist,
Christ.
then I will celebrate multiverses.
That's such a crazy thing to say. I love it so much.
I appreciate somebody who goes against the grain. I really do, Evan. I love the hell out of you
It's
for
so
it.
funny to me. I love it.
I
The
do.
hatred of this great ride is so funny to me. Ugh.
I mean, it's a great amusement park ride, I guess, a great ride, sure, but it's not.
Do you think
Epcot
you're gonna like Princess and the Frog? Oh my
I
god,
hope
I'm
so.
dying.
I I have no faith in anything they make going forward. So I want to, but no.
Courtney asked.
Evan's going to Indiana.
Yeah. Courtney asked if you took the Guardians IP out of that ride, would you like it?
No.
Okay.
So if okay, hang on. I want to check you on this because I feel like you told us once that the reason you didn't like it was because it was Guardians themed, and that if it was the Big Bang coaster that they had initially planned, you'd be down for it. You just didn't like the Guardians.
Well, I don't know what entailed the Big Bang theme, but like if they did it right, I'll take any theme. I don't care what it is. But
So take out so then the answer would be yes because you just don't like the Guardians part of it, right?
no, I don't like the screens every 5 feet part of it.
What would you do on that kind of ride then? Just like
Put some
an
in the queue,
animatronic?
put some in the finale. That's all you got to do. They had them and they cut them. We've been through this. I don't
I
understand.
get it. I get it, but it's still
But
it
what
doesn't ruin
animatronics
the
would it
ride for
be?
me.
But what
The-
animatronics would it be
The
if it's not Guardians?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever
God?
story. Maybe a
Seriously,
maybe
I'm asking.
maybe a theme park original character that doesn't have to be an IP. They can make one up that like they used to do.
Ooh, the Time Finder.
Something,
Or that
anything, as long as it's
the
done right.
Ellen DeGeneres Big Bang ride where she yells at her assistants the whole time.
Sure, if it's done right.
I saw that come across. I don't know who said that, but that's funny. Get back in time!
Yeah. Stay out of this dream, Bill Nye. It's my ride. Your contract expired. Yeah, fraud.
Almost said nothing that we would have to edit out. And I'm glad I'm checking myself.
Yeah, me too. Me too, Brad. Okay, we've been through enough already.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. We haven't said anything horrible yet. It's coming.
So, Evan, you mentioned, and I'm going to segue this. You mentioned, or somebody mentioned Tiana's Bayou. Have you seen some of the fucking idiotic shit these dumbass, stupid, out of touch pricks are saying about this ride now? Look. I understand the nostalgia for Splash Mountain. I get it. I understand it. But guess what? It's just gone and not coming back. You know, they're retheming it. You want to go to Splash, go to Tokyo. It's staying there. But, like, people are coming out of the woodwork to say, you know, I grew up in the Bayou, and there is no mountain here in New Orleans. Well, you guess what? There is no singing fucking rabbits either. There's no singing racist fucking bears and rabbits with their ass caught in an alligator's mouth, okay? Jesus Christ, expand your imagination a little bit. It's a children's, it's a theme park ride. It's the same damn ride after a good fucking movie, okay? Tap dancing, Christ.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That's been people since day one saying that crazy stuff. It's idiots are gonna be idiots, man. Like, I hope it's awesome and I want it to be great, but I don't trust Disney. I trust the IP and those characters in that movie. Those are all great. I just don't trust Disney. So I hope I'm wrong and I ride it and it's awesome because it should be awesome and I want it to be awesome. But I don't think it's. I hope that I'm wrong, but I don't have any faith in them until I see it. But those idiots are a whole different story. I don't.
Do you trust Tony Baxter?
Yeah.
He's doing this.
If he's
There's
allowed to do it.
This is a dirty little secret that like Tony Baxter's the one spearheading this when they're.
If he's allowed to do it, like without a leash, and if he's just given control of it, sure. But this current company doesn't do that. They don't give the reins to people.
Can you say something nice about Disney?
That's not that you got to be fair. That's not just Disney anymore.
True, but I don't like those.
Ask any DC fan about studio interference.
I don't care about DC, so it doesn't affect me.
Blasphemy!
You son of a bitch!
Batarang your bitch ass.
The knife.
Is that a real
The
batarang?
Batarang. Jesus, tap dance. Get off of my podcast.
Is that a real batarang?
It came with the very first Arkham Asylum video game, the special edition, 2009.
But Tony Baxter.
Functioning batarang.
Joe asked who Tony Baxter is because he's not in the Disney bubble like us. He is one of the greatest Imagineers of all time, who helped create Star Tours and
Big Thunder
and Disneyland Paris and
Splash
Mountain.
A bunch of shit that didn't get made.
Yeah, but a million amazing things. He's a top 10 at least Imagineer of all time.
Check out
top 5.
Yeah, you can make a case either way.
He's
Check
up
out-
there for sure.
check out the Behind the Attraction, the most recent one on Disney Plus. They basically just do a great couple of episodes on some of the great projects he's worked on. So if you want like a nice little history lesson on Tony Baxter, check that out, Joe.
Great mustache.
Also, check out Ledway Radio. I know I preach them all the time. I love them. Ledway Radio is like if you want to get into Disney history, they're the place you need to go. The cool thing about Ledway is they were both history teachers in college.
Oh,
and
very cool.
They have this like unique way of making you give a fuck. Every time I go to Disneyland, I download like 10 specific episodes and listen to them on the plane because it gets me in the mindset of like looking for old shit. Ledway Radio is unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're old. I don't think they even do that. I mean, I've been on the show a few times, which is hilarious to me because I was a fan before they even knew who I was. But it's just the best for Disney history.
Yeah, they're great.
If you like podcasts.
They're one of the handful of podcasts that I do keep up with and follow. I agree with you there. But that would be a fun episode that Joe just proposed, a top 10 Imagineers countdown would be a fun episode. Not necessarily Star Wars specific, but it'd be a fun discussion.
Absolutely.
I would love to do that episode. I have my 10 already.
I could probably do one pretty quickly, but yeah.
Are you guys doing the 9-film marathon coming to May 4th this year?
Nah, I've got them here.
I'm not. Yeah, I can't do that.
I could do that every day if I wanted.
I want to throw this out there. I want to throw this out there to the group. We got to see one in theaters, and we have to pick which one it is together. We need to go see one movie on the big screen. Because we have not all three ever seen a Star Wars movie on the big screen before together.
We'll just wait for the new one to come out, and then we'll all three see that one together.
All right, that's a good answer, but also, Joe said live stream all three of you watching the 9. Jesus Christ, that would take a long time because I don't have that much time to sit down for one. 3. Yeah, I would say collectively, The Last Jedi is like if all three of us we defend The Last Jedi, I think we would have to sit and watch that one.
I'm so down to go see Last Jedi in theaters. I want to see The Phantom Menace just because I love pod racing and hearing those sounds again in the big screen while transporting back to when I was like 10. I'm down for whatever you guys want to do. I would do Last Jedi in a heartbeat.
I'm just answering.
How dare you?
Yeah, I'm not doing it. If I had to pick, I'd say Last Jedi, but I can save money and watch it here.
Money. Oh, shut up. Do you have a big screen? Are you installing a big screen in your house?
It's big enough.
Who's got the biggest TV out of the three of us?
I think you.
Oh, I don't know.
You or Tom?
It's a dick pissing contest.
Joe, I was thinking that same thing. I can sit closer.
He can sit closer; it'll feel bigger.
That's what she said.
You guys talked about the Acolyte last week. Did you talk about the backlash that it's getting? Like, people are ratioing the hell out of this trailer.
I didn't know it got backlash.
No, I didn't even know. Yeah, when I saw this note, I was like, got backlash from who? It didn't show anything. How can we get backlash?
Oh, no. It's like YouTube, they're giving more dislikes than likes. Because, yeah, I agree, Bex. People are stupid. Like, it's so fucking stupid. I don't know.
It's
Hey, we started. We're doing a new Star Wars show, and it's going to be super ambiguous, and no one really knows what's going to happen. And to keep that mystery going, we're going to show you a trailer and not show you anything about it. Yeah, that's the point, dude. Like, you're not supposed to know what's going on. That's the beauty of the show. When you click that episode day one, and you get to watch that thing, there's not going to be any. We don't know what's going to happen. No one knows. It's not like you can go like, okay, well, we know X, Y, and Z because it's not like the prequels where he's going to be Darth Vader. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen in this show.
That's right.
I actually think that the dark side's going to win, and the people on the council are going to try to suppress it. Which leads me to my point, Evan, that I've always said that I think Order 66 was propaganda.
I know. I love that. The fact that you've been saying that. And it makes sense. And it'd be cool to see them do this back then when it's not Order 66, but to cover it up and to hide it. Same idea, but reversed. So that would be sick.
If Yoda's the one around doing it.
Yeah, Yoda and
Appa suppressing the information.
Yeah.
You know we're going to get a Yoda. It might be the last episode, but Yoda is for sure going to show up. Because there was a few episodes, or a few chapters in a few books where Yoda was on sabbatical. and he was like out of the High Republic, and he's going to show up in this show 100%.
Oh yeah.
And it might be like a mid-season thing, but and like when does this come out?
June.
Yeah, I
Like
would say like
4th
3-4
or
months.
something.
We're gonna be like, oh cool, we saw Yoda. Like we're gonna be talking about it.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be talking about it.
You think we're going to see him and Yaddle going in the honeymoon suite in the Halcyon?
I sure as
Making
fuck
a little
hope so.
Grogu?
Yes.
Let's see what happens with Grogu. I want to see it. But
Yeah.
Grogu's only 50, so maybe not. Maybe right before he went.
we don't
as a
know-
Force
we don't
Ghost.
I don't
how
know what
long
the
the-
gestation period of a
Yep.
Yoda is. So
Yeah.
Yep.
we don't know.
You
I don't know.
got me there. You
If
beat me to it.
Grogu's 54, who knows how long it takes to make a Grogu?
Yeah.
Why is it every episode we talk about the gestation period of the Yoda species? It's like
I
every
don't
Jedi
know.
talking about something.
That's
It
not just every
happens.
episode. That's every day in our daily lives.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
about it every day.
Mhm.
I have time set aside on my calendar to think about
Yep.
it.
It's the last thing I think
What-
of and the first thing I think of every day.
That makes a lot of sense, to be completely honest with you. One of the last things I wanted to talk about that I didn't get a chance to talk about on last week's episode was somebody that I encountered on Dr. Disney's page on Facebook. I shared these I shared these screenshots with you guys, but I just
You
want
gonna
I
be
just
okay
wanted
to talk about this?
What do you mean I'm going to be okay to talk about? Yeah, I'm fine.
If you thought Lance Orion was a joke and a character, you're gonna see that it's not.
Yes, but before we do,
No.
we should address Joe's comment. Joe, that theory I've seen out there is true, or not true theory, but I've seen that, and like that kind of goes into what Brad was saying. If they just covered up, so then in the prequels, and like, oh no, there hasn't been a Sith for 1,000 years. No, like it's gonna be that same idea where it's like they know it, but they don't want to admit it, so they kind of bury
Yeah.
it deep down.
That's always been my thing. Is that the Jedi or the Empire were like, yeah, we killed all of them, but miraculously a lot of them survived somehow, and they told the galaxy that that's what happened, but that's not what happened.
Right. So on Facebook, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago or something, I just ran into somebody who's just bitching about Kathleen Kennedy, and I understand. I get it. I get the criticism about Kathleen Kennedy. I understand it. But I just simply responded because I think they was asking Iger or somebody to fire Kathleen Kennedy. I just said, point to the doll where Kathleen Kennedy hurt you, because I'm sick and tired of these just OG only fans just like fire Kathleen Kennedy because blah 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 Mary Sue and all that crap. So I'm like, I'm done. Okay. I said, point to the doll where Kathleen Kennedy hurt you, and if you loved Andor, Rebels, Rogue One, or highly praised any Star Wars project since 2012, guess what? Kathleen Kennedy's deserves that praise.
Yep.
So this individual says, knee-jerk comments from virtual signaling people like you are the worst. Oh, you're going to call me virtual
I like that
signaling?
we virtue signal.
Okay. And then he goes, loved
Jedi
Rogue
Talk
One.
known for virtue signaling.
Yeah, there you go. He said, loved Rogue One and the female lead in it, but her leadership has produced a lot of bad movie choices like The Disaster. But the disaster of the recent Indiana Jones flick, where they aborted the franchise handoff to his son, which easily could have been recast. That's an interesting choice of words. To a previously unknown goddaughter, poorly cast at that. Scarlett Johansson would have been great in such role. That said,
Oh,
F
yeah.
off.
Yeah. Scarlett Johansson is known for being a great actress, right? She's great. She's fantastic.
She's
And
pretty
I
good
just said,
in Marriage Story, but
She's pretty good at falling off a cliff, right? That's what she's good at.
The movies-
And being
I haven't seen that one.
Infinity War.
You saw
Endgame.
Endgame.
Oh,
You saw it, yeah.
no. I thought that was the name of a movie.
No, she's good at falling off a cliff and
Who's
dying.
good in Marriage Story, right?
Great or good.
Isn't she?
She's great in Marriage Story.
Okay.
That movie's great for everybody.
Yes.
She's great.
so,
But she's not.
hey,
You don't go like Scarlett Johansson. I'm interested. Like she just happened to be good in that movie. Like, not saying she's not talented, but you can't put her in Indiana Jones and think that's gonna go well. Like, that is a
Won't be as bad as what we got.
She that movie's awesome. Shut the fuck up. She would not play. She would not pull off that character. Which I can't remember the name of the character, so that's something.
That's something.
What's the name of the character from Indiana Jones? The girl? Do we know the name?
yeah, we do. I just don't remember. I only watched it once. Can we just move on?
Same.
I'm talking about this guy. Okay.
Sorry.
So I said I'm the yeah. Shut up. I said I'm the furthest from virtual signal. or stop crying that Star Wars wasn't what you wanted it to be, and move along. And then Dr. Disney responded and said, "Don't fret." Whoa, that was weird. Said, "Don't fret much. Yesterday, this gentleman assumed Disney was paying me because I disagreed with his point elsewhere." And then he just told me to own my denial own it that my denial isn't good. And then he told Dr. Disney to fuck off. He questioned he did not assume. So people out there on the internet so mad.
Hey, when can I expect my check from Disney? That's paying.
Not us.
They're paying us, right? They're not.
Not
no,
us.
hang on. They're paying us, but also simultaneously telling us to pull episodes down, right?
Yes.
And firing 2 of us.
Okay. And firing 2 of us, right?
I mean, technically, they were paying
us. They were.
They were,
but not for this.
No.
Not for this. So that's funny that you think Disney's paying us, but they told us to pull that episode down, and they fired 2 of us for doing what we're doing right now. Cool. Okay. Hey, you're stupid, right? Why don't you fucking pay attention to what's going on around you, you dingbat who's on Facebook and has nothing else going on in their life? Figure that out, right?
Maybe we should ask The Rock what we should do about that, or where they should go. Off.
It's in the direction which they should fuck. You need to. Joe
I cannot
said,
stand when someone tells me that I'm a fucking shill. No, dude, I'm not. Not only am I not a shill, we've been pretty outspoken.
nobody called you a shill. He called Dr. Disney a shill.
I thought he called you a shill.
No, nobody called me a shill. They called Dr. Disney a shill.
I take everything I said back then, sir.
Yeah.
Sir on Facebook. I
but
thought
he
it
was
about us.
he was just arguing with me about telling him to back off about bitching about Kathleen Kennedy because there were things you liked and just the things you didn't like. You think she deserves to be fired.
I have a friend who is a very casual Star Wars fan who knows the name Kathleen Kennedy. The only thing that this person has watched from Disney Star Wars has been The Mandalorian, and he loved it. In fact, he has a Mandalorian tattoo on him. Okay,
there you go.
That's the kind of guy we're talking about.
Anyone have any questions as we wrap it up today?
Is that he just doesn't know what's going on, and he's seen season 1 of The Mandalorian, and he got the tattoo.
Okay.
I think that's hilarious.
Joe said we need the hat trick, and I need to find a way for Disney to fire me. I'll get creative, I guess, but
hey, show up on this podcast a few more times, and they'll fire you.
I've been on 200 plus episodes, probably. Anyone have any questions out there that we can end the show with?
That'd be fun. Yeah, let's get some questions.
Tom, just
I got a question. What's your hat? What does your hat say?
Oh, this is the new hat at Hollywood Studios. Hold on.
What does it say? Together we can rule the galaxy. Is that what it says?
Nice.
I'm not kidding. I thought it was a Chipotle hat.
Why are you always thinking about Chipotle?
Because I'm hungry, bro. Starving.
Always thinking about Chipotle. That does not look like a cause hat. It's not a cause hat, no. The cause is doing some other stuff right now.
Yeah.
Should be some information soon.
If we don't have any questions, we'll wrap it up. We'll call it an episode of Generous.
We will.
Fellas.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining.
Just go get hired by Disney. Your resume is definitely good enough, and then after a day, just get fired for the hell of it.
They'll do a background search and they'll go, "You run Jedi Talk?" Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's close enough. We'll be like, perfect. That's all we needed.
That's all we needed. You're hired and fired.
It was fun, Aaron. Thank you. I had a good time.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah, this was fun. We should do it more. So, and we
will.
Seemingly not knock on wood, not too many issues. We're gonna get this episode.
My favorite part was the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, when you fucked up. Yeah.
The cough syrup. I need it. I definitely need the cough syrup. So
I need
Take
to.
us home.
Evan and Tom, I got to talk to you. I got to talk to you about Halcyon. Okay, we got to talk about it. Don't make that face at me. Hey, I know what you're doing, and I know what you're doing. No one else knows what you're doing, but I know what you're doing. You're not gonna do that to me, all right? Look, see, he knows. See, look at him. He knows what he's doing.
What happened?
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, and that's what it's going to be. We'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, stay safe. May the Force be with you.
always into Buite.
Rise, Jedi Knight.